It's the Casio MWD-110m. I've seen a lot of hype over this watch over the last month or so. I've seen it. So I went on Amazon, picked one up because I do like the looks of it. The aesthetic, we'll zoom in here. I like the metal bit on the face here along the bezel. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. A lot of people are saying it's worthy of a purchase. So I got mine off Amazon. At first, I was a little disappointed, a little underwhelmed. I eventually came to like this watch. It took a while of wearing, kind of understanding it, but I kept seeing it as I think it's overpriced. I think it's overpriced, if I'm perfectly honest. I think if you could get this for $25, you're on the right track, but the regular list price is somewhere around $40. I've seen it other places for more than that. I got mine on sale for $33. I think even that's a lot, because if you think about it, I'll take off the watch I'm wearing right now. When you could get yourself a 291 here, DW291, for the same price as this, I think you go this guy on the left here every single time. I think you go the 291 because of what it provides and because of just how robust it feels in comparison to something like this. But let's go over what this features and what it offers. So like I said, $33, link will be in the description. The one thing I do like is, though, it lays flat, and you can get a nice fit against your wrist because it doesn't have, even though it to a certain point, you see these little plastic bits on the strap here? It'll get to a point and then kind of lock in. So if it's dropping, you still get that protection, right? Did you see that there? If it's dropping down, you still get the protection, the bounce, so it does the back of the watch doesn't take the full brunt of the force on the ground. So I like that, but it's not set like that all the time. Like on these watches, on a lot of Casio watches, that whether you want it or not, that's there. But I like the fact that this could lay flat and also kind of bulk up here if needed on a drop, so it feels nice against your wrist. The metal part, don't get overly excited about that, and don't buy this because you think it's going to be like a metal watch. It is look, it's like tin. I don't know what it is. It's not going to wear in well. It doesn't add anything to the actual structure of the watch itself or the case. You can see there's still going to be a plastic resin case all the way around as you look at the pushers here. But it adds something. If it adds a little aesthetic there, so if you like that, if you like a little feel of some base metal or whatever it is on top of here, tin, then that might work for you. The watch face grew on me as well. It is nice. It's big. It's easy to read. The functions are good. So you've got, take it through just regular time, day and date. Then you've got stopwatch functionality. Then you got time, or you got that was timer. Then you got stopwatch functionality. Then you got alarm, and then you got dual time, which is nice. It's not world time, right? Like your DW291. This is proper world time. But you can keep track of a second time zone, so that's pretty good. And you get the readability there. The other thing that threw me and I was a little disappointed about, I like watches that do have the light or the illuminator here down at the bottom, because if you wear a lot of watches, you're not thinking, well, okay, is the light here? Is the light this pusher? Is it this one? And you're kind of fishing around, hunting, watch it. You just hit it, you know where it is. But the problem is it's one amber LED on the left side of the watch face. So in really dark environments, whatever's on the right side here, just kind of the number and the date, gets a little dark. I won't do a lume shot because it kind of exaggerates it. When I go in the dark and show it, it's going to illuminate the whole face, but it doesn't look like that in actuality, especially if it's in mixed lighting. If you got a little dust going on where it's dark and you want to be able to see and you do that, I think for this money, especially when you look at, like, I hate to keep coming back to this, but it's in the same price range, so you got to compare it. This is a nice, even amber light from the bottom. You have two LEDs on the side here to illuminate the entire face equally. This one just has the one from the side that doesn't do that great of a job with the illumination. Other than that, you're going to get what you'd expect. Water resistance, I believe it's 100 meters of water resistance on this guy. Yes, it is 100 meters of water resistance. So you're going to get that there. It's not as good, again, as the DW, because that would be a 10 bar. You're getting 200 meters of water resistance in here. So I don't look at this as like a G-Shock alternative or even a DW alternative. I look at this as its own thing. If you like this design of watch, Casio has a few models that look like this. They're a little cheaper, like 19, 20 bucks. If you pick those up, sometimes they can feel a little cheap. If you're looking for a more premium version of this look, then this is worth getting. But like I say, keep it to like 25 bucks. Even 30 bucks starts to feel a little bit much for this watch. But overall, I like it. I warm to it. I do like this kind of mix of the olive drab that you get here. It comes in a couple different colorways. You could get, I think, black, and I think there's another tan one that you could get as well. But I did like it overall, mostly because of the face. I really like it. It's a big, clean face. There's nothing obstructing it. You can see there's no splits or anything like that on it. It's one continuous watch face, so you get a nice clean read of the day and date there. It does have calendar, I believe, as well, so you can kind of keep track of the different days of the week on this guy. Actually, you know what? Let me double check that, because I want to make sure that we still have we have calendar functionality. Yeah, calendar functionality, so it'll keep track of day and date. So you set the date and the year, and it'll know what day of the week it is, which is always handy. Look, some of these watches you got to do it yourself. It's a little annoying. You forget to do it, and you're like, why? It's not Tuesday. It's a different day of the week. So overall, like I said, wait for a sale on this one. I really would wait for a sale on it in this one. It doesn't feel as robust as some of the other watches, even from Casio, in the price range. And that's what wound up throwing me off the most and kind of jaded. I waited a while to do this review because when I first put this watch on, I'm like, what are people talking about, man? This is not anywhere near what I'd expect for this price point, even from Casio. There are $25 watches from Casio, for $25 watches from Casio, that feel better than this on the wrist. But you look at the display, the aesthetic, it has nice functions, it does do some things. It is a nice wear on the wrist, and it does have that shock protection there if needed. So I warmed to it, but again, I would wait to pick this up in Walmart, Amazon if they're running a sale. Like I said, sub $30. I don't think you could go wrong. Anything more than that, and you really should be looking in the DW-291 range, because the flexibility here, the different colorways that you get, just kind of the overall 200 meters of water resistance, the proper world time, the build of it, there is a significant difference in the weight and the robustness of these two watches. You could feel it as soon as you pick it up. So if that's your buying point, if that's what's most important to you, then pick up one of these guys, which we'll do a full review of soon. If you're just looking for a lighter sport watch that's giving you some water resistance, kind of an all-arounder, it's not that much of a commitment on the wrist, it's nice and light to wear, then you could absolutely look at this. It's nice, it's clean face, easy to read, it's flexible, good fit against the wrist. So if you're looking for a kind of an all-around sport watch, something you can run with, this might be a better option than one of the bulkier ones like the DW-291. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have a delicious day.